Hello YouTubers, and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got another unboxing video for you. I've got this Craftsman 3300 PSI gas powered pressure washer just bought, and today we're going to unbox it and put it together and give it a test and see how well it works. Pardon the fan noise. I got my great big fan blowing on me. It's August in Florida. I'm getting an early start in the morning, but it's still already stinking hot and humid, and it's just going to get worse as the day goes on. So I will probably be shouting over the fan a little bit so you can hear me. But let's get started on this. Okay, here we go. See if I can get into it. Got staples and tape holding it closed. And don't laugh, but this is actually a birthday present for my wife. Quick startup and shutdown. Okay, items included. Okay. Set this aside for now. Yeah, it's the wife's birthday. I am a lucky man because she is not a high maintenance woman. In fact, she loves to do maintenance. Around the house, around the farm here. She just loves nothing better than on her day off to be working on some kind of maintenance project around here. And she loves to pressure wash. She'll pressure wash the sidewalk. She'll pressure wash the driveway. She'll pressure wash the side of the house. She'll pressure wash anything that isn't moving. And she'll enjoy the heck out of it. And she said to me a month or so ago, you know, Mike, what I really want for my birthday is a better pressure washer than the hunk of junk we got now. And I said, okay, I'll look into that. So, got this one at Lowe's. It looks pretty good, pretty well reviewed. Let's see, how am I going to get this out of here? This thing is, can I lift it out of the box? Oh, it's heavy. Set it down here. So, anyway, like I say, I'm a lucky man. She could have wanted diamonds. She could have wanted gold. She could have wanted an expensive trip to some exotic destination. She didn't even want to go to a fancy restaurant. She wanted a new pressure washer. It's not all she got, by the way. A few other things, too. Alright, what do we got here? Bag. Got the usual desiccant. Do not eat. They always say do not eat on it. Who in the world would eat that? I didn't. I suppose somebody somewhere must have. So now, every time there's a desiccant pack, it's going to say do not eat on it. Just for CYA purposes, their lawyers tell them to. So this came off of something. Add fuel treatment and stabilizer to fresh fuel to prevent ethanol damage. Well, we only use non-ethanol fuel in our tools here. And we put stabilizer in it too because it can sit around for a while. Yeah, do not use E85 or E15. Check before adding oil. Engine may be shipped without oil. I'm pretty sure it was shipped without oil. And they included some oil. That's nice. So we got two wheels. We got the wand here. The wand extension. Here's the handle for the wand. And this, speaking of handles, yeah, that's the handle. Look here. Of course, a smart man would read the directions before getting too far into this. I never claimed to be a smart man, except in my choice of wives. there's more bits and pieces in here, and hopefully assembly instructions. So one reason I chose this model is because it had a Briggs & Stratton engine. I've had pretty good luck with Briggs engines, and if it does break down, I've also had pretty good luck fixing them myself, so they're not that complicated. We've got several mowers with Briggs & Stratton engines that I've had to tear down and repair in the past. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. Assembly would be nice. Features and controls, that's great. But I don't need to know about any of the features until it's all assembled. Yeah, check the oil. Yeah. Some fill level. Now this is all about using it. Where's the assembly instructions? Ah, this is looking more promising. Okay. Well, maybe. One sheet. Something might be missing. I don't know. I got one sheet that tells me how to put the wheels on. That's it. Huh. Let me look through all this paperwork again just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Well, after looking through all the paperwork off camera, it looks like this one sheet that tells me how to put the wheels on, and this little section up here which tells me how to attach the handle and the accessory tray are the only instructions on assembly that came with this unit. So we'll see how far I get on putting it together. Okay? I mean, I can probably figure it out, but it does seem a little bit skimpy. Skimpy in the instructions department anyway. So let me get this tray unwrapped, or this handle unwrapped. Okay, and I'm gonna need to put this on. I'm gonna need 2 long bolts and 2 handle nuts. This looks like these in here fit the bill. A couple of handle nuts that don't want to stay on the table. And I saw a couple of long bolts. Carriage bolts, those look like it. Okay. That seems to be the only parts it calls for attaching the handle. Go on like that. Yeah, that's the way it goes on. So on the inside on one side and on the outside on the other. Okay. Actually, which way do they want the nuts on? The nuts on the outside. Okay. Nuts on the outside. Kind of a strange arrangement to have the arm on one side of the handle on the inside and the arm on the outside on the other side, but that seems to be the way they want it. That's the way it's stamped, so. Doesn't want to go in. Alright, so there's the handle on. Let's see, the accessory tray How in the world does this go on? Looks like it just clips on and friction fits. I assume logo up. Which way does it go? You know what? Let me look at the box. Ah, the logo facing the engine. That's the way it goes. Okay. So it looks like it goes this way. That does not fit. Will you look at that? Well, it does fit that way. Now there's holes here, and there's holes here. There's nothing in here about attaching anything to hold it on. Let's see what we got in here. Ah, I will bet yeah, there's 4 of these automotive style push pins, like for holding trim on. I'll bet that's what they're for here, even though there's absolutely nothing in the instructions telling me that that's what they're for. They fit in perfectly. Okay. Yeah, that's held on there good now. Alright. Something is definitely missing from these instructions. I mean, the big booklet here is all about using it, not assembling it. So, but it's got pictures of how it's together, so I guess I could use that as a guide for finishing the assembly. The only other instructions I have are for putting on the wheels. For that I need to find an axle. So I guess one of these, I thought these were wand extensions, but one of them must be an axle. Yeah, that one's an axle. Okay. What does it say here? I'm also going to need some washers, a spacer, and a cotter pin. So there's the axle. There's a couple of washers, a spacer, and a cotter pin. Okay, good. So let's see. This looks like the hole that the axle would go through. Something doesn't look right, but... Oh, I see. I have to put it through one wheel first. Okay, so through one wheel. Ah! Okay, you're getting this warts and all. I gotta put it through one wheel, then I gotta put a washer on it, then I gotta put it through the holes in the frame, then put the other washer on, then put the other wheel on, then put the spacer, then the cotter pin. So that's the way it's gotta go. So let me serve as your bad example when you're assembling this thing. You can get it right the first time. So let's see here. Washer, wheel, spacer, and then cotter pin. Okay. Now we got wheels. Okay, where do we go from here? That's a really good question because I'm pretty much out of instructions. But I'm not out of parts. Let's see. This looks like something to hang the hose on. So let's see. Say there's nothing that tells me where to put it or how to install it. Well, actually there is kinda right here. That hangs down from the accessory rail. Looks like it's supposed to point back towards the operator this way. Okay, so there's that. Okay. That's pretty much all I can glean from this, other than a picture of the assembled unit and some pictures of it in here that I can go by for figuring out how to put everything together here. Let's see here. Instructions for use. Well, the instructions for use do kind of cover putting together the wand and everything, the hose, all that good stuff. Forget to put the oil in before I try to start it up. Where did I put my knife? There it is. I guess it's pretty much, doesn't matter which way it goes, huh? I guess only somebody who's never used a pressure washer before would need instructions for this part. That's what I'm thinking that they're thinking anyway. I don't know if hand tight's going to be tight enough. I may grab a wrench and tighten it down a little more just so I don't get sprayed too bad. Now let's see, there should be a tip on it. See if I can find that. And it looks like we've got actually a variety of different tips. Color coded. Red, white, yellow, green, and black. The black one may just be a plug for storage. It just looks like a piece of plastic. Get rid of some of this trash before the wind blows it away. So, I don't know what the difference between them is. Maybe a more thorough reading of the manual would tell me what the different nozzles do. Oh, here we go. Okay, low pressure, soap is the black one, apparently. General rinse, yellow, 15 degree. Green, 25 degree if equipped. Delicate rinse is white. Maximum rinse is red. Okay. We'll start with general rinse, I guess, and go with the yellow. Okay, that's on there.
Garden hose. So. That seems to be the only other place that can go.
So we'll give you a shot of what I'm doing. I'm connecting the other end of the hose. The only other connector that it looks like it can go to. Again, there's nothing explicit in the instructions about where to connect that end of the hose. But since there only seems to be one place it can go, we'll put it there. And again, it's just hand tight. Hopefully that's tight enough. We'll see, I guess. Okay. I guess we'll call that assembled. So let's see. Let's get some oil in it. Or at least check and see if it has oil in it. That actually might have a little bit of oil in it. Let's see. When I was looking at the store at Lowe's, they had a bunch of these out that were already assembled, but hey, where's the fun in that, right? And they had tags on them that said, warning, shipped from factory without oil. Add oil before starting. Okay, yeah, there's no real amount of oil in there. It was just slightly damp. Okay, so we got to put some oil in it. Probably assembly lube or something that wound up dripping down on the dipstick, I guess. So, let me see if I can find a small funnel. Otherwise, I'm going to end up dumping this all over the ground. Well, after some careful reading of the instructions, it doesn't say how much oil to put in. It just says check it as you're filling it and don't overfill it. So, okay, fine. I'll pour it in slowly and check it from time to time. They gave me, what, 18 fluid ounces here, or 535 milliliters. Quite a quart, I guess. We'll see how much it takes. It'd be nice if they gave you just the right amount. So pour in about what feels like about half the bottle and then check it and see. Feels like maybe half or a little more. I noticed that some of the other models in the store came with a little squeeze pack of oil, which I assume was just the correct amount you needed to put in the machine. Well, that is maybe 1/3 of the way between empty and full. So I suppose I could put a little more in without overfilling it. Risk overfilling it. I mean, hopefully this is idiot proof and they don't give you too much oil, but you know what? I'm not going to risk it. Yeah, that's pretty high. That's pretty high. I'm not going to put any more in. They didn't give us too much oil. That's right up to the full level. Glad I didn't dump any more than that in. You're having to figure out how to drain it out. This drain plug really wants the cross thread going in. You know what? I don't know. Maybe it's just... Is it full to the brim? You know what? I might have overfilled it. I think it's fuller than I thought it was. Let's see if I can drain some out. Yeah, I think I did overfill it. Let's see how that looks after taking out a little bit. So I noticed that the back of the drain plug, or the back of the plug here was wet. I mean, it was all the way up to the full level, but then I thought, you know what? The whole back of the plug is wet, so I'll bet it's really overfilled. So they didn't idiot-proof it. That's still a little high. That is still a little high. I guess they give you a little bit of extra oil in case it burns some. Well, I got plenty of oil here. Again, like I said before, let me be your bad example. Don't overfill it. I probably should have stopped after the first edition. It was above empty and well below full. Pretty far below full though. Okay, that's better. That's about 2/3 full now. 2/3 of the way between empty and full. We will go with that. All right. We get some fuel in it, and we'll see if we can start this thing up. Okay, before I start fueling it up, let me finish. There's an accessory rack up here for all the spray tips. Put them in, just so they don't get lost. And then there's this strap here, which at first I thought was to just sort of wrangle the hose, but reading the instructions, they say it's to hold the pump saver bottle. This attaches. How does this attach? Back here. And it's supposed to wrap around the bottle and hold it in place. Now, I'm thinking Pump Saver is a product for protecting the pump from freezing and corrosion. They don't include it. I guess you gotta buy it. And this is just a convenient way of storing it with the unit, I guess. So, well, we don't have to worry about freezing here in Florida. It gets below freezing once or twice a decade for a few minutes if we're lucky. Okay, so I guess we're ready to fuel this thing up and see if we can get it started anyway before I hook it up to a garden hose. Oh, that's nice. Captive gas cap. Can't lose it. Ugh. Oh, don't you just love these gas cans the government forces on us these days? Protecting us from ourselves. Unvented. They are an abomination. You know, there's ways to fix these on YouTube. You could add vents to them, which I may do, because these things just, it's not so much with this little thing, but with our big riding mower, which takes 5 to 10 gallons at a time, you gotta burp the can all the time. The next time I see some of the old-timey metal gas cans that actually worked at a yard sale, I'm buying them. Get rid of these plastic abominations. Okay, so let's see. Turn that to on. Is there a choke? That's tight. Let me see here. Starting instructions. I got the switch to on part right. Choke. Looks like the choke is already on. Fuel is on. Huh, that's interesting. So we're already choked. Let's see here. Turn the choke off, because I don't know if gas has got into the carburetor yet. Now we were on before, now we're off. Now we're on. Ooh, she wants to run. Choke it again. Awful bad at first. It's running smooth now. They wanted me to put on the axles that are rattling, making that rattling noise. Okay. I guess it's time to hook it up to some water and see if it actually works. Okay, I've got water hooked up to it. It's through about 200 feet of hose, so we'll see. Hopefully it's getting enough pressure that it'll work. So let me see if I can get her started up again. Nothing's leaking yet, but of course nothing's under pressure yet other than the hose pressure. Tighten it up. All right, I think the wife's going to be happy with that. Wow. That's not even the high pressure nozzle. I got an idea. done, there's one other little accessory I want to try out. So I also got this 14-inch rotating surface cleaner, because we have a lot of flat surfaces here. We've got the driveway, we've got sidewalk, we've got 3 decks. You know, they all need periodic pressure washing. And this thing will take, you know, a 14-inch swipe at a flat surface. So let me hook it up and see how well it works. There's really not much to this thing, so, you know, it's not much of an unboxing video. Basically, open the box, take it out, and hook it up on the wand in place of the tip. And it's got, you know, this arm in here that water's going to come out, high pressure water's going to come out, it's going to cause it to spin. And you just move it across the ground like so, and it should do a 14-inch wide swath. We'll see how well it works. So let's give this thing a try, see how well it works. I'm liking that. I think the wife's gonna like it too, a lot. At the very least, she won't come in splattered with mud and grime up to her waist after doing some pressure washing. All right, can't wait to see her face when she gets home from work. So there's the birthday girl. Happy as a clam with her new pressure washer. Pressure washing anything that doesn't move. She couldn't wait to get home from work and start pressure washing today. I think she's pretty happy with her present. On the whole, I'm pretty happy with it too. The instructions could have been more complete, but other than that, it went together pretty well and it seems to run good. Started on the first pull. She's going to be at this until dark. Just happy as a clam. Wow, look at that clean sidewalk. It's the next day, and the wife's still at it. Now she's got the rotating surface cleaner on there, and she loves that thing. She says it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. She came in the house yelling and screaming and said, "Oh my God, come look, come look, come look." And I thought maybe the machine was on fire or something. And I come out and she said, "Look how much I did and how quick I did it. Oh my God, I love this thing." And now she's at it again. She's going to be at this all weekend. And she's just having a blast. I have to admit that rotating surface cleaner is pretty sweet, or as my wife calls it, the twirly thing. just leaves a swath of perfection behind it. Anyway, I hope you found this video interesting. Give it a thumbs up, give it a like if so. And subscribe to see future unboxing videos. There will be more. And press the little bell icon that YouTube makes you press to be informed when they come out. And thanks again for watching. Have a good one. Bye.